And Widespread Panic wouldn't be where I would first show somebody Jimmy Herring either, because
Okay.
it's not his band, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like he does the job he's supposed to do in that band because he's a professional, you know? Like that's what
He
you know,
definitely,
that's
when
what
he joined the
pros do.
band almost 20 years ago now, like I'd known of Widespread before then, of course, but having him in the band made me want to listen to it more. I never had a real inkling to listen to Widespread in any kind of focused way until he joined the band. And then when I saw the band, I realized two things. They might be the most rocking, and I mean that like in a literal sense, jam band out there. Like they can get to like a heavy rock situation, you know, because they were doing a tour with them and the Allman Brothers. And so Derek and Warren and Jimmy all played with both bands. And I mean, the time I saw Widespread, actually Keys, Nick, came with us to go see Widespread. And you know, Keys, not a jam band guy, to see Widespread when they were here in Iowa. And the encore was Ace of Spades.
Nice.
I mean,
I just listened to a show where they did Comfortably Numb.
Yep.
Because I was like, am I really about to hear Jimmy Herring play David? I got
How was it? Great.
Well, it was awesome because he did his own thing with it. He didn't
play the solo.
He played the important parts, but he still
Oh.
did exactly what I was hoping, which was like, I want to hear what Jimmy Herring would play if he was in the driver's
Pink
seat.
Floyd, yeah,
you know?
exactly.
He didn't do the first solo; they turned it into a piano solo instead. But you know, I got to hear him at the end, and it was great.
You gotta give JoJo some love.
That's a tough thing to wrestle with as a David Gilmour fan too, because you want that solo to be like what you've always known it to be. But I also want to hear Jimmy Herring just do Jimmy Herring's thing, you know.
So
there's a weird thing about covers in there. I would say that like with David Gilmour, it's like I agree with you. You want that solo to be what you want it to be, but at the same time, nobody's guitar sounds like David Gilmour, and you also kind of like don't want any other guitar sound to play that solo, right? Like, so that's sort of a weird clash of ideas.
Yeah, it was great though. Like I've heard it the way we all know it so many times, you know. But talking about covers, that also like made it pop into my head is that Jazz is Dead might be a good first immersion into Jimmy too, particularly Blue Light Rain, in my opinion.
Yes, particularly.
I listened to some of that. I could get with that. I like the Dead.
Yeah,
I could.
The Crazy Fingers that opens that record is like, you know, and it's not super in your face as far as Jimmy can get. It's a little more like it's a little more of like a gentle immersion into what he's all about, which might be a good place to start, you know.
I just flashed on another one I should have put on your list, Nick. And that was really, and what it was, and this ties into it because it was probably the first time I heard Jimmy Herring was on the live with a little help from my friend's Government Mule record.
Oh, interesting.
The purple cover.
Yeah.
I'm not even familiar with that one.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's like, I think it was the 98-99 New Year's Eve, and it's Government Mule with Woody and Derek Trucks, Chuck Leavell, Bernie Royale, Jimmy Herring, Mark Ford all sit in on it.
Pretty killer.
Cool.
That's
a nice thing with Jimmy too, is because he's a sideman a lot of the time. So there's like way more out there than you even think there is. And like even now, like listening to him for 20 years, I just found out about like more Jimmy Herring that I didn't know existed. Because a lot of times it's not under his name, so you don't know.
Right.
You know?
That's a tough thing with a side musician, though, right? Is like, so it's like, you know, not to keep coming back to Frog Wings, but it's like there's this other element that is shaping my taste, right? There's this other element that's shaping my perception of this music. It has nothing to do with Jimmy Herring. So that could be a great Jimmy Herring thing, but I just have an aversion to John Popper. So it's like, de facto, I don't like it, right? And Aquarium Rescue Unit, I listened to that stuff. That stuff is cool. It's definitely a specific thing. That's outside of my taste. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't move me, but I can listen to it and like Jimmy sounds amazing. But the songs, that stuff for me isn't doing it.